has won college football presented by K Jewelers. Here come the Mountaineers as they will host the Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Mountaineers take the field here in front of this crowd on a chilly Saturday afternoon in November. And hello everybody, I am Justin Kutcher alongside Petros Papadakis. And Petros, West Virginia got off to a very good start, 3-0. But since then, they entered Big 12 play. They ran the gauntlet against the top 4 teams, 0-4. However, if you speak to anybody on this team, they say the story has yet to be written on the season.
Well, you look at the teams that they played, their collective record is 30-1. So West Virginia still feels like they have a chance to salvage this season and make something great out of it. And they still are emotionally intact, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They have a linebacker who I love, Nick Kwiatkowski. This guy came in as a safety, but he's grown, he's gotten heavier. He led the team in tackles last year. He's leading them again this year. He's an emotional leader. He is going to have to blow some guys up in this very explosive Texas Tech offense.
That's exactly it. This Texas Tech offense is insane how fast they move the ball, averaging 47 points per game. It's going to be the defense of West Virginia against a lot of talent on Texas Tech.
Well, Texas Tech has got it going offensively. They're in the top of almost every category or around there, and a lot of it has to do with their quarterback. He is a special player. Patrick Mahomes has great hips. He sees down the field. He can make every throw with his arm. They got to figure out how he can take hits a little bit better. But as good as the offense is for Texas Tech, the defense is equally as bad. So they're going to have to find a way to balance that out in this game. And it's just like Coach and Matt were talking about. I don't know what's going to happen out here. West Virginia is a little bit better on defense than Texas Tech is.
Well, when these two teams met last year, it was a last-second field goal by West Virginia to get the win on the road. For more on this game, let's go down and check in with Bruce Feldman about one of the top threats in this game.
Yeah, guys, keep an eye on tiny Jakeem Grant for Texas Tech. He is 5'6", 160 pounds, and he can fly. Cliff Kingsbury said he is the toughest guy to tackle in space I've ever seen, and Oklahoma State would probably agree. He had 323 all-purpose yards last week. Now, he's been dealing with a gimpy Achilles for a lot of the last month, but I'm told, you know, don't worry about him. The Texas Tech coaches told me he is the toughest guy in their locker room. In fact, he's beaten up a defensive lineman and a linebacker on their team in the last 2 years.
Bruce, watch out down there, okay? You never know what could happen.
I'm not going to tick him off.
West Virginia won the toss. They've elected to receive. Clayton Hatfield kicks off to Javon Durant. He will take a knee. And West Virginia will start with the ball at the 25. And Petros, 3 things we need to know when WVU has the ball.
Well, West Virginia's got to get Wendell Smallwood going. He is their best player. He is a fine back, and he'll help stabilize that offense. And at the same time, from the quarterback position, Skyler Howard's got to do a better job. He runs the ball well. He's a tough guy. He has to do a better job with intermediate routes just to keep the drives going. And Texas Tech, come on, guys. Tackle. That's been the hardest thing for these guys. If you can't tackle, it doesn't matter what defense you call.
Skyler Howard will start in the shotgun. Smallwood in the backfield on first down. They will throw. It's a drop ball by Javon Durant, the true freshman. Skyler Howard, the quarterback for this West Virginia team. You mentioned those intermediate passes. That's what he said he has to improve on. But they run the zone read a lot with this guy.
They get it going, and he's a tough guy. He's got a big head. He hits people with that head. That was a good intermediate throw, but it was dropped.
Yep. 2nd down and 10. Smallwood splits out. It'll be a run here for Howard. And Skyler Howard looked like he bumped into his own guy. Picks up 4, 3rd down and 6. Adam Pankey is the guy that he ran into, his offensive lineman.
Yeah, he had a nice lane, but sometimes you just don't expect your own lineman to get their feet back or they're behind in front of you. He did have a pretty big game there if he didn't fall down.
3rd and 6. Howard, little screen pass for Smallwood. Got a good block. Smallwood has the first down, and he's shoved out. Let's see if there's a flag coming in late. No flag, a first down. Micah Awe with a tackle, a 10-yard pickup on that screen.
It's a great job by Tyler Orlowski, the center, of getting out in front of this and really wrecking shop on the double team and getting Smallwood in space.
First handoff and the first carry for Smallwood. And he's got himself a first down, 12 yards. Deshaun Johnson and Keenan Ward combined for the tackle.
Now the Mountaineers, obviously with Dana Holgorsen as the head coach, they want to play fast too.
Howard with time. Goes towards the sideline. And it's incomplete for Javon Durant. Durant was open.
And he was missed badly at that point by Howard. And you heard a little bit of restlessness in the crowd because he has just missed those throws. And in this offense, you just have to be more precise throwing those mid-range kind of routes. Yeah, it was a first down.
Dana Holgorsen, as we talked about in the open, he realizes the story is yet to be written for this team. Russell Shell, Elijah Wellman in the backfield. On second down and 10. It is kept by Howard up the middle, and Howard maybe gets a yard. Pete Robertson, one of the best defensive players for Texas Tech, makes the stop.
That was a good job by Robertson, preseason all Big 12 guy, really bowing up and stopping that run. And now a third and long situation, and the Red Raiders have an opportunity starting out the game to get off the field. Remember, on defense, they had a good start last week, and then things fell apart in the second quarter.
West Virginia converted on 3rd and 6 already, now 3rd and 10. Howard throws and completes that pass, trying to reach for the first down. There's Karan White, and White will be short, gets 7. Let's see what West Virginia does. Nick O'Toole, the punter, has come on here for West Virginia.
And that's huge for Texas Tech to get a stop like that, and equally frustrating for the Mountaineers to be at home and get a few positive plays on that drive. The missed throw is really the glaring part, and obviously the misalignment by David Sills, a wide receiver.
Nick O'Toole to punt, trying to pin Texas Tech back deep, and this is a good punt as it will be downed inside the 5 at the 4. A 39-yard punt by Nick O'Toole does a job, pins Texas Tech back. And as Texas Tech takes the field, what should we look for with them?
Well, fasten your safety belt. This is going to be a lot of fun. They do need to get a little bit better with the outside receivers. We heard from Bruce about Jakeem Grant and just how tough he is. They need to develop more of those guys. They have about 11 on the roster. And utilize the back. They have one of the best backs in the Big 12, DeAndre Washington. They don't call a lot of plays for him. A lot of the plays he gets are checks to run. And as far as West Virginia goes, we talked about Nick Kwiatkowski. Limit those big explosive plays. Texas Tech, best in the country, and plays over 20 yards.
They will start at their own 4-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on first down, hands off to Washington. And Washington enters this game 68 yards shy of 100. Patrick Mahomes, you talked about him in the open. Such a dynamic threat back there at quarterback.
Yeah, he keeps his eyes down the field very well when he scrambles. He's got really good hips. He's got great mechanics. He improvises well. Can't wait to see him perform here in Morgantown.
Jakeem Grant, his first touch of the afternoon. He gets wrapped up in the backfield. Jared Harper with a tackle, loss of 4.
And they need that from Jared Harper. He's replacing Carl Joseph, maybe one of the best defenders in the country, certainly one of the best in the Big 12. Harper, strong safety, coming up and making a sure tackle on a guy Bruce told us, one of the toughest people to tackle in the conference.
Carl Joseph lost to an injury on October 6th. This offense facing a 3rd and 9, and breaking off the route was Kiki Cutie. And a 3-and-out forced by this West Virginia defense, which is exactly what they were hoping to do in this game, because frankly, you're not going to stop Texas Tech all the time. It's, can you get some 3-and-outs?
But you mentioned it, Justin. It's a little brisk this afternoon here in beautiful Morgantown. They've been on the sideline. They started the game on the sideline. West Virginia has the ability to run the ball. They have a fullback. They can bleed that clock a little bit like Kansas State. Let's see if they do that, get in possession here, or if they go fast.
Michael Barden to punt from his own end zone. A low punt. KJ Dillon to return it from the 49. Dillon still on his feet. He's going to be marked down, let's see, at the 35-yard line. A 44-yard punt, 15-yard return. And great starting field position as they're going to mark it at the 36 for West Virginia. On first down, Skyler Howard. Hand off to Shell. And Shell will get a yard. For Texas Tech, almost there. They're one win away from being bowl eligible, but for West Virginia, as we talked about, phase 3 starts now. Their next 5 opponents, look at that record. 3 of those 5 here at home. 2 of those 3, Petros will call. Throw towards the sideline to Javon Durant. He's got the first down at the 24-yard line.
I love it here, and that was a play that they needed to convert. It hurt Howard's confidence a little bit in the first series when he missed that throw. That time, able to make it. And we talked to him yesterday. He's a great young man, just needs to settle himself down a little bit when it comes to the intermediate routes in Dana Holgerson's offense.
Russell Shell in motion, splits out wide. They throw it to him. Shell, good job switching hands, picks up 8, run out by Nigel Bethel, the second.
And the difference between these offenses is West Virginia just a little heavier with their offense, just a little bit more ability to beat you up with the front line.
Empty backfield here on 2nd and 2 as Skyler Howard looks to the sideline. Quarterback run. Howard has the first down and more. Skyler Howard takes it down to the 5-yard line. Nigel Bethel is second with a tackle again. 1st and goal coming up.
And here's the hard part about being a quarterback like Skyler Howard. I mean, this is a tough guy with a lot of energy. That was a good run. You see he got up. He was a little bit riled up. But now he might have to throw a ball. He might have to throw a ball with a little bit of touch. So he's got to get back and settle himself down. These are all tough things in this offense, especially with the pace that they play.
1st and goal from the 5. The fullback Wellman is in. Shell in the backfield. They hand off to Shell. Shell dive to the end zone. Touchdown. Fourth rushing touchdown of the year for Russell Shell. And that puts West Virginia on the board first.
Well, we talked about Elijah Wellman, the fullback. Check him out, number 28, leading through. And that's just a great lead block. Really opens things up. Shell kept it really close, really skinny in the hole, did a good job of getting back upfield and scoring the touchdown.
Josh Lambert now on for the extra point. They only had to go 36 yards because the defense did the job and kept Texas Tech on a 3-and-out. And then it's Russell Shell punching it in from 5 yards out. 7-0 Mountaineers. You never know what you're going to see here in Morgantown. 7-0 Mountaineers lead Texas Tech. A quick 5-play, 36-yard drive. Russell Shell, the 5-yard touchdown run. Nick O'Toole will kick off here for West Virginia. Jakeem Grant, Justin Stockton back deep. Grant, the dangerous, dangerous return man for the Red Raiders. Grant will take it from the 3. Looking for some blockers. Grant getting to the outside, cuts it back, and he gets tackled by the kicker, Nick O'Toole. A 30-yard return. Mahomes rolling out, swings it back for Washington, setting up a screen. Washington able to cut it back. Avoids some tacklers, gets shoved forward up to the 40. Kwiatkowski with a tackle, a pickup of 12.
You know, what's interesting about this play and Cliff Kingsbury and the type of offense he's running is just the space involved. I mean, watch, it's all created. He gets to the opposite side of the hash and puts it out for the running back.
And Washington looks tired on that handoff. Didn't have much. Jared Barber, Kwiatkowski combined for the tackle. No pickup. And Washington's going to go out and get a breather.
Yeah, this air raid offense that Cliff Kingsbury coaches so brilliantly, it's very interesting because the space they create and then the way the hash marks are lined up in college, it just makes it almost impossible to defend for 4 quarters.
2nd down and 10. Justin Stockton with his first carry. And Stockton, look at the number of blue jerseys around him to bring him down. Again, no gain, 3rd and 10. Jared Harper, Edward Muldrow, the 3rd combined for the stop. 3rd and 10 here. From the 40. Mahomes checking back, and this is what Tony Gibson wants from his defense. Let them dictate the tempo. Slow them down. Mahomes to pass, and he completes that pass. A good run after the catch by Cameron Batson. Gets the first down, 27 yards.
First, a great job by Mahomes, who took some pressure and delivered that arrow route. Great job by Batson, really selling, going inside and then popping back out. Huge play for Texas Tech, keeping the drive alive.
Now you're looking at 1st and 10 from the 11. Two backs in, Stockton and Washington. It's the handoff to Washington, trying to get outside. A nice job coming up to make the tackle again. KJ Dillon, a 4-yard run, but Dillon's impressive out there as a safety.
Well, that's 3 tackles so far at least on this drive for KJ Dillon. And that was a really good tackle again against a good back. This time he didn't have to push Washington out of bounds. He had to get him all the way to the ground, and he accomplished that.
2nd down and 7. Mahomes running with it. Mahomes brought down at the 5. Jared Harper, Nick Kwiatkowski combined for the tackle. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 4 here for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech 2 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Mahomes in the pocket, trying to step up. Mahomes extending the play, throws, completes it to Grant, to the end zone, touchdown! What a job by Mahomes to extend the play.
Really great improvisational skills. Johnny Manziel-esque from Patrick Mahomes, and he really had Jakeem Grant the whole time. Look at Grant just standing there on the 10. He's saying, look at me, I'm wide open. Then he tries to do a little bit of a route. He comes back underneath Kwiatkowski, and finally, that's the longest route of Grant's life, and he just stood there the whole time.
The 6th touchdown of the year for Jakeem Grant. Now Clayton Hatfield on for the extra points, and we're tied at 7. 5:09 to go here in this first quarter. Texas Tech, a 10-play drive results in a touchdown for Jakeem Grant. 7-7 here in Morgantown. Ten plays, 66 yards. Jakeem Grant with the touchdown to tie it up here. Clayton Hatfield will kick off now for Texas Tech. Gary Jennings, Javon Durant back deep to return. Durant, he will take a knee. 1st and 10. Russell Shell is now in. Shell takes the handoff, gets wrapped up in the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard. Dakota Allen. Bruce, let's go back to that whole coaching tree.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like I said, I talked to both Hal Mumme and Leach last night, and you see it here. Art Briles, who spent 3 years on Mike Leach's staff at Texas Tech, he has gone in a little bit different direction. We see Dana Holgerson has tweaked it, and it is really fascinating to see all the variations of this air raid system now.
2nd down and 11. The slants complete to Jordan Thompson. And Thompson up to the 28, tackled by Tevin Madison.
I think the point that Bruce made that I'm most interested in is all the different little variations that you see. You know, Art Briles is a guy that spreads the receivers out a little more. Now Dana Holgerson is adjusting more to his personnel. Kingsbury still does it in a very pure kind of Mike Leach way, where they don't run the ball a whole bunch or call a lot of run plays. But this air raid offense has taken the nation by storm, and you wonder where it's going to go from here.
On 3rd and 2, a dangerous pass. It's ripped away by White. Deron White still on his feet. What a play. The sophomore younger brother of Kevin. Look at his hands.
Yeah, he did a great job of just securing that ball and then pulling it to his body and using his strength. And that's been part of the problem for Texas Tech's defense all year. They've been out-muscled by a lot of their opponents. 32-yard completion. Skyler Howard took a hit.
Pete Robertson. That's one of those where Howard maybe wants to hand off on that zone read.
Well, Howard is a tough guy, and he likes to take the hits, but when you're out there in the open field with a big guy, a rush end like Pete Robertson, you got to eat that ball, and that's exactly what he did.
2nd down and 10. Shell. A good run by Russell Shell will get 8 yards on the final play of this first quarter. The end of the first quarter, we are tied up at 7. FS1 College Football presented by K. Jewelers will return after these messages. Start the second quarter here. Justin Kutcher, Petros Papadakis, Bruce Feldman. A look at the ball control. It's going to be a key to this game potentially. And that first quarter, well, it was even for a reason.
And I think West Virginia is going to be okay with that. And obviously it's a tie score right now, and they're in Texas Tech territory, but they've done a great job of tackling so far in this game.
3rd and 2. Smallwood has the first down, keeps his feet going, and he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line, picks up 8.
Well, it's in the name. Smallwood's not the biggest back out there, under 6 feet, but look at how he keeps his legs churning and protects the ball with both hands after securing the first down. A great job by Smallwood, and he's been the physical difference this run game for West Virginia so far in the first half.
He had 113 yards at TCU last Thursday. On first down, Smallwood up the middle, touchdown! Untouched! 16 yards for Wendell Smallwood.
Great blocking up front. Check out Pankey here, the left guard. Watch him just dog out Demetrius Alston right to the turf. And Smallwood knows exactly what to do with that. Takes it straight up the head.
Josh Lambert on for the extra point. Underway here in the second quarter, and it's a 7-point lead now for West Virginia. Wendell Smallwood takes it in, 16 yards, 14-7 Mountaineers. Excuse me, can you please hold on a second? Yep, okay. Head coach is coming to talk. 11 plays, 91 yards, touchdown, under 4 minutes to go. Coach Holgerson, let's do it.
Then back to the phone.
Go for Skyler.
That's a lot of coaching that a young guy gets. Welcome to college football. You got an offensive coach on the phone upstairs. You got Holgerson, the offensive madman down on the field. Nice drive by the Mountaineers, though, Justin.
Jakeem Grant waiting yet again for Nick O'Toole's kickoff. Grant from the 3. And Grant gets wrapped up at the 23. Let's take a look at our Nissan Heisman watch. And Leonard Fournette has a big game coming up tonight. Love Christian McCaffrey on that list.
Yeah,
what about you?
Boykin, obviously a beautiful player, and Corey Coleman doing well. But Leonard Fournette's the one there that plays for a college football blue blood. You know what I mean? That's LSU. And if he keeps getting 150 yards a game, it's going to be hard to keep him out. Mahomes
in the play action. Wide open is Washington. Washington gets pulled down. No horse collar tackle there. An 8-yard pickup. Bruce, what are your thoughts on this Heisman watch?
Yeah, guys, I agree. I think it's Leonard Fournette's to lose, but if they stumble at Alabama, Corey Coleman is a fantastic player. We talked to Tony Gibson, the defensive coordinator for West Virginia. He was like, I coached against Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson, all those Miami guys. He is that talented.
That is high praise. Washington, a good run, gets the first down up to the 40, gets 11. Trayvon Askew Henry with the stop.
That's a good run by Washington. That's really more of his style. Get those shoulder pads pointed down.
Mahomes play action on first down, gets it out wide. Brad Pearson Makes the catch. Coming up, it's the State Farm FS1 College Football Halftime Show with Rob Stone, Dave Wanstadt, Matt Leinart in Los Angeles. 2nd down and 5 here for Texas Tech. Again, give credit to Tech's defense. They really made 2 good stops. The first one, they got that pass interference to extend it, but then they were able to shut down this Mountaineers offense and get good field position. Running the option, the pitch to Washington. Washington across the 25, down to the 22, gets 9.
And stopping these guys on a short field a couple times in a row is a tall order for the West Virginia defense. They've been great all half running to the ball, but see what Kingsbury pulls out here.
Mahomes. Jared Barber able to get him out. A pickup of 2 for Patrick Mahomes, the son of the former Major League Baseball pitcher Pat Mahomes. I tell you what, Patrick himself, he could throw at 93 miles per hour.
Multi-sport athlete and a guy who can really do a lot of things. It seems like he's got every tool in the quarterback toolbox.
And you mentioned before making a play like Johnny Manziel. Manziel was a multi-sport athlete too.
This guy's elusive and bigger than Manziel.
Play clock down to 1. They just get it off. Washington, couple of dancing moves. And Washington with a beautiful run picks up 17. So 3rd and short coming up.
When this guy's legs get going, he can really slice into the heart of a defense. Good looking run by Washington. Here they go again.
Up the middle, gets the 1st down.
DeAndre Washington, 5'8", 198-pound senior out of Missouri City, Texas, on all the watch lists. Going to get over 1,000 yards in this game, I think.
It's Washington again up the middle. And DeAndre Washington will get a couple of yards. Kyle Rose there with the tackle. DeAndre Washington trying to become the first back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher in Texas Tech history since Byron Hanspard in 95 and 96. He's got 60 yards on 10 carries. Play action, that one's batted down by guess who? Nick Kwiatkowski. The guy we talked about in the open sets up 3rd and 8.
Good job reading it by Kwiatkowski. Got pretty long arms and he's a 6'2" guy. He knows he's not going to get to Mahomes in that situation, so he just reads the eyes of the quarterback in front of the running back blocking him and gets both hands up, batted down.
Third and 8 here for Texas Tech. Trailing by 7. Mahomes to the end zone. Touchdown! Reginald Davis brings it in. His 7th touchdown of the season. A beautiful pass by Mahomes, able to find Davis.
You said it right there, Justin. Just a beautiful pass. The ball is out before the cut is made. There's the ball, and you see Davis run right up under it. Not much that Rasul Douglas could have done in that situation. Just a perfectly thrown ball. It almost got on Davis before he was ready to catch it.
Clayton Hatfield's extra point is good. Well, we said when these two teams meet, typically it's a good game, close, usually high scoring. Not as high scoring, but it's 14 all. As we have 35 seconds to go here in this first half. Clayton Hatfield will kick off here for Texas Tech. Gary Jennings, Javon Durant back deep. A high short kick. Durant comes up at the 12. Durant still on his feet. Across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. A 24-yard return. 28 seconds to go. Shell splits out. Skyler Howard stepping up, throws wide open. The catch is made by Karan White, gets 16. The clock will stop.
Well, you didn't think Dana Holgorsen didn't have a plan to at least try to get a field goal, did you? They did a good job of finding the stop route, and a really nice throw by Howard. One of those intermediate routes he needs to throw better.
Shell on the carry. Russell Shell, good job, gets outside, gets out of bounds, also picks up a first down. 11 seconds to go. Remember, Josh Lambert missed from 35, but Josh Lambert was a Lou Groza Award finalist last year. Hand off again to Shell. And Shell gets another first down into field goal territory. 6 seconds to go, gets 15. And they will spike it with 3 seconds.
Now, that is about as well executed of a drive to try to get a field goal that you're ever going to see. Now, granted, it's against the Texas Tech defense that has not been very impressive this year, although they've played better in this game on the road. But the big pass to start out, the 2 runs from your heavier back, Shell, and now you're in a position to take the lead again.
This time from 39 yards for Lambert. To give his team a lead going into the locker room. From 39 yards, no problem for Josh Lambert. A big-time response by the offense for West Virginia to come down the field, get in field goal range, and Josh Lambert puts it in from 39. 17-14, West Virginia on top. Right now, let's get out to LA. Rob Stone and the guys for the halftime report. Back here in Morgantown, getting set to start the third quarter. A low-scoring game, but a good one. 17-14, West Virginia leading Texas Tech. Justin Kutcher alongside Petros Papadakis. And Petros, it is a low-scoring game. Didn't really expect this. A nice job by West Virginia's defense.
Well, one of the better defenses in the Big 12, and they proved it in the first half, getting after one of the most explosive offenses in the country. What they did was really use their front seven, who are very talented, very physical, to rally to the ball, limiting Washington's impact, doing a good job of tackling and getting guys to the ground. Even Patrick Mahomes, with his scrambling, was limited. But that being said, Patrick Mahomes is a special player. He's tricky, he's got great hips, and even though you chase him around successfully for a whole half, he has had some success. A couple of touchdown passes, one more impressive than the other, and this guy, I'm sure, champing at the bit to get another chance to exploit this West Virginia D. Texas Tech's offense not going to be dormant for long.
A look at the first half stats, and really pretty even. Of course, a turnover against Texas Tech. Jakeem Grant takes the kickoff. Grant getting outside again. Jakeem Grant, a good return to open this one up all the way down to the 45-yard line. A 30-yard return. Let's check in with Bruce Feldman.
Guys, I talked to Dana Holgorsen before the half, and I said, you know, you have to be pleased with your defense. He goes, I am. I'm pleased with the running game, too. Our passing game, not so much. We're still dropping too many passes, and we're missing a lot of stuff by sailing balls. As far as Texas Tech, the big thing, Raven Clark, the veteran offensive lineman, gathered everybody around before they took the field and said, let's wake the F up. And the F doesn't stand for Feldman.
What? I could have sworn it stood for Feldman. All these years, DeAndre Washington takes the carry. With that, he is now over 1,000 yards on the season, and with that becomes the first player since 95-96, Byron Hanspard for Texas Tech, to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons as he gets 7 there. Mahomes on 2nd and 3, scrambling. Asking for a block, he gets it, scampers out of bounds. A nice job by his running back, DeAndre Washington, to get that block. A 9-yard scramble for Mahomes.
DeAndre Washington, one of the better backs in the country, and he doesn't see the ball as much as I'd like him to in this offense, but still doing a great job with a nice cutback on Jared Jared Harper, nice cut block.
Washington again on the run. And he gets hit, knocked down by Jared Barber. Barber with a good hit. A 1-yard pickup.
You talked about Barber a little bit earlier, Justin. The teammates do call him coach because he's a pretty old guy. He's had a lot of stuff that he's gone through, an ACL knee injury, a MRSA infection, and he's come back strong. And he really is one of the emotional leaders, not only of this defense, but the entire team.
And overall, just a good kid. Talking to him, good head on his shoulders. 2nd down and 9. Stockton on the carry. Justin Stockton up to the 31, picks up 5. 3rd down coming up. Christian Brown gets credit for the tackle. 3rd and 4 for Cliff Kingsbury and Texas Tech. They're 6 for 10 on 3rd downs. That's 60% so far.
Impressive.
All those math classes have really paid off.
This is a chance for the Mountaineers to really catch their breath and force a 4th down situation. Texas Tech's jumped on top of him for the kickoff return.
On 3rd and 4, the punt. Mahomes corralled and taken down. A big sack all the way back at the 37, a loss of 7. Edward Muldrow III gets credit for the sack.
And they really did converge with everybody. Kwiatkowski kind of came on a green dog blitz, or sort of a weak blitz, but it was the front 4 that got in, and then Muldrow III that really finished him off.
And that sack brought them out of that 2-down territory, brought them out of field goal territory. So Michael Barden to punt. A low punt, and it's down at the 1. So Barden does the job, a 41-yard punt. When we come back, Wendell Smallwood, he will carry the load for West Virginia as they lead by 3 here in the 3rd. The Mountaineer here at West Virginia. Look at this, the old Mountaineers. Apparently, once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer. However, you don't always have to keep the beard.
Yeah, but you can wear the buckskins forever. Some of them have chosen not to, but full buckskins every time. That's what I'd roll. Maybe a little hot in the summertime.
17-14, West Virginia on top, and this drive will start from their own 1. Elijah Wellman, the fullback, is in with Wendell Smallwood.
He might get a carry here in the 2nd half to try to eat that clock.
It's Smallwood up the middle. Gets 6.
And that's really one of the more effective plays for the Mountaineers all year long. Just that quick hitting A-gap run play with the fullback leading out on the edge. Smallwood does a good job of just jumping to the linebacker level very quickly.
They give it to him again. Look at that hole. Easy run there for Smallwood to pick up a 1st down. 17 yards for Wendell Smallwood. Keenan Ward brings him down.
What I really liked about this run from Smallwood is you're going to see the hole here, but instead of going that way, he goes right back up the field. You see that? And then out to the side, taking a bit of a hit, but finding your way straight down the field as opposed to meandering over to the sideline. That's what a good back does, and it cuts down on a lot of excess running that you don't have to do.
Play action. Skyler Howard scrambling back up to get a yard. Devontae Hinton picks up his 8th tackle of the day.
And already a successful drive for the Mountaineers, really pulling it out from the end zone, and they were able to do so with the run game.
2nd down and 9. Howard changing a play. With time, steps up and throws this one to the other team. Intercepted. Justice Nelson, his 2nd interception of the season. And the 1st turnover of the day for West Virginia. And Skyler Howard is limping off the field.
And a poor decision by Skyler Howard in this situation. He did have receivers open. Justice Nelson is the guy that comes up with it, and all you see is reading the eyes of the quarterback and closing in on the ball. Not really sure where Howard thought that ball was going to go. And he also had a guy open only about 5 yards down the field.
Starting at the 46 of West Virginia, the option here, the pitch to Washington.
There's Howard getting stretched out on the sideline. Looked like right after the throw, or maybe before, he cramped up, and that might be the reason for the errant throw. But just like Bruce told us right at the beginning of the half, Dana Holgorsen not happy with some of these errant throws by his quarterback.
Washington right up the middle. The first down up the 29 gets 10. KJ Dillon with his 9th tackle of the day. But here's Texas Tech's offense again, moving the ball down the field. Can they capitalize off the turnover?
If one thing's going to wake them up, it should be the turnover. Let's see if this offensive engine can get going.
Swinging out, incomplete, drop by Devin Lauderdale. That was one of those where the receiver started running before he had the ball.
Yeah, and you could hear the ball hit him in the chest from up here in the booth. Huh? That was loud.
Well, we've got great microphones down there on the field.
That must have been it.
Second down and 10. Washington splits out. Mahomes scrambling, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Kyle Rose and gets maybe a yard.
Mountaineers forcing another 3rd down here, Justin, and what's been very impressive is Mahomes has scrambled, and he is the type of quarterback that does a great job keeping his eyes downfield and creating more. We saw him throw a touchdown like that, but they've really limited that. Good coverage.
On 3rd and 8. Mahomes over the middle, incomplete, no flags. The intended receiver was Tony Brown. And this will bring on the field goal unit for Texas Tech, trying to tie this game up. It'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt for Clayton Hatfield.
I know Kingsbury wanted more out of this drive after the turnover, but getting a field goal, not a bad conversion, and a pretty good offensive series for Tech considering how they've been.
And this kick is good. From 33 yards out. Here in the 3rd quarter, we're all tied up at 17 between Texas Tech and West Virginia. Welcome back to FS1 College Football, presented by Cade Jewelers, all tied up at 17 here in Morgantown. The Mountaineers defensively, you think about what they've done, slowing down this Red Raiders offense. Last week, Texas Tech put up 53 in a loss
to an undefeated team,
to Oklahoma State.
You know, so you look at what West Virginia is doing, and you say, I don't think they could be playing better on defense right now. And Dana Holgorsen told Bruce Feldman right before the half that he's very happy with the defensive performance. Can Skyler Howard complete some balls downfield and some intermediate passes to kind of get this offense started and keep the ball away from Mahomes? He's too dangerous.
Hatfield, a low kick. This one will go out of bounds, draw the flag, and good field position for West Virginia.
Better look out.
Quarterback comparison on 1st down. Skyler Howard will run with it. And Howard gets the 41, picks up 6, 2nd down and 4. Devontae Hinton, his 9th tackle of the day.
You know, that's an attitude run by a quarterback who's got an attitude. But the question is, can he do that and then throw a ball calmly down the field?
Shell splits out. Howard with time, scrambling, and he throws it towards the sideline. Russell Shell was there. And I actually like what Shell did. I think he may have batted that ball down, not trying to catch it.
Well, sometimes you do that in a screen situation when you know that there's somebody right on top of you. That play was pretty doomed from the beginning. And West Virginia here with a really big 3rd down. Remember, it's really important for them to stay on the field. Their defense is playing great, but they will get tired.
Yep. Facing a 3rd and 4.
Watch out for the quarterback run here, Justin.
And he was hobbling a little bit again. We saw him getting stretched out before. On the slant, completes the pass for the first down. Karan White again with the catch.
I like Karan White catching the ball. He's pretty strong when he catches it and not easy to bring down. There he comes up underneath the most inside receiver in a well-delivered ball by Howard.
Shell splits out, quarterback run again. Howard, he gets tackled. Let's see where they mark him down. It looks like at the line of scrimmage, Micah Awe and Tevin Madison combined for that tackle. No gain, no loss.
And Howard really tried to bubble that or bounce it as if he was Barry Sanders. And that's not going to work against this Texas Tech defense.
2nd and 10. Handoff to Shell. Russell Shell. A powerful run. And he has the first down. Gets 11. And you see him lower that shoulder at the end.
And he is bigger than Smallwood, about 225 pounds. And the hole is significant. Jashawn Johnson really taking the business end of that run by Shell.
1st and 10 from the 15. Empty backfield. Howard again, the quarterback run. And Skyler Howard takes it up to the 7.
And that's the kind of player he is. He's got to put his foot in the ground, and instead of going out to the sideline, he's got to cover that ball and get downfield. Look how tough this quarterback is. Getting up underneath his linemen, taking the punishment from the safeties and linebackers, and falling forward for a great game.
But again, this is West Virginia now. You're seeing Howard, the quarterback, keep it on the ground. Russell Shell running. It's not what we're used to.
It's not what we're used to, but it's what I'd do if Texas Tech's offense is standing on the sideline.
Oh, absolutely. Russell Shell this time. Shell again with that strength, able to carry some defenders. Devontae Hinton, one of them, and he gets the first down.
And like you said, Justin, we're not used to seeing this from West Virginia, but they have the personnel. They have a fullback, they have a tight end, and look at Shell. This is a weight room first down. I saw the West Virginia weight room yesterday.
And combined with the defense that we've seen, I know they lost 4 in a row against the gauntlet of the Big 12, but I still believe it's the most complete team Dana Holgorsen has had here in his time. 1st and goal from the 5. Shell cuts it back. Russell Shell is down to the 3. 2nd and goal from the 3 after a 2-yard run. Pete Robertson with his 7th tackle.
Tackle made by number 10, Pete Robertson.
And look at that clock go down. Under 5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter.
Need a positive play here to make 3rd down manageable if they want to keep the ball on the ground. Keep an eye on the fullback, Elijah Wellman.
Handoff, Shell, Shell to the end zone again. His 2nd of the game.
Two big guys lined up in the backfield with another big guy in Shell. Cody Clay and Elijah Wellman. A great push by that offensive line. Texas Tech's front is tired, and West Virginia exploited them beautifully on that drive. That's exactly what they want to do here in the 2nd half, to try to take some football out of the Red Raiders and keep Mahomes on the sideline where he can't hurt you.
Lambert on for the extra point. Nearly blocked, but it's through the uprights. 24-17. Russell Shell with his 2nd touchdown of the day. He's got 102 yards as well. 7-point lead, West Virginia. Nick O'Toole to kick off. Jakeem Grant from the goal line. Grant out to the 21. Mahomes throws high to Washington, almost picked off. Coming diving in was KJ Dillon.
And that's a great job by Eric Kinsey, the defensive end. Watch him go down on this play, but get up and put enough pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes does not like pressure, and when he feels it, he throws it high, and that's exactly what happened there. Good job by Kinsey, staying after the play, getting off the block, and putting pressure on the quarterback.
Facing 2nd and 16. Mahomes escapes some pressure, some more, throws, and it's dropped. Right on the money, right in the hands for Brad Pearson.
Mahomes
Excuse me, that was Kiki Cutie.
Yeah, throwing a good ball for Cutie there. And a good job by Cutie coming back and trying to bail out his quarterback. Just couldn't finish the play. Big, long 3rd down now.
3rd and 16. Mahomes, he's got some green. And Mahomes realizing he's going to take a shot, lowered the shoulder. Picked up just 3. Rick Rump does a good job containing again, not letting him get the extra yards.
Mahomes taking a bit of a hit and then a trip.
And then a flop.
Another flop. But you shouldn't put your hands on him anyway, because the flag could have come out there.
I know, I agree. Michael Barden to punt. Gary Jennings back around the 30 for West Virginia. It's a good punt. Jennings able to stay on his feet. And Jennings with a flag coming flying in from the back.
During the kick, block in the back, receiving team, number 14. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
There's defensive coordinator Tony Gibson coaching him up. 2nd season. He's been all over the place with this 3-3-5 with Rich Rod at Michigan, Pitt, Rich Rod at Arizona. He knows how to coach it. A little bit thin on the backside, but they're doing a great job this afternoon.
Smallwood gets wrapped up, able to fall forward for a couple. Micah Awe with his 9th tackle. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
And why break it? It's fixed. If with West Virginia, I mean, just keep running that football.
Ball batted up in the air. Is it intercepted? Yes, it is. Braden Fehoko. They're going to review it to see if he did in fact make the catch.
Well, that's why you keep running it. It's been a problem for Howard because he's not very tall, about 5'11", having balls batted. And that one straight to the sky, and Fehoko did a great effort to come up with it, but did he come up with it? Great effort diving down. We can't tell from that angle just because of Fajoko's massive size. Looks to me like he had a hand under it.
It was off of J.J. Gaines, and then Fehoko, a true freshman, with the interception. An Under Armour All-American, his brother Sam, a grad assistant on this Texas Tech squad. Wow. On 1st down, DeAndre Washington trying to cut it back, and he gets thrown backwards by Noble Wachuku, and Kyle Rose gets 2.
45 times with 225 pounds. I'm surprised he didn't crush the ball when he intercepted. And you know, the big bright spots on this defense, Fehoko and Dakota Allen. And Dakota Allen went off with that ankle injury a little bit earlier, so they needed that from one of their better players.
I'll tell you what, off that turnover with this field position, Texas Tech needs 7 here. Second and 8. Mahomes to the end zone. Incomplete. Unable to bring it down was Devin Lauderdale.
Just couldn't complete the process of it. A well-thrown ball by Mahomes. Mahomes has the arm to get it out there. Extremely catchable. Lauderdale with his feet in the right position, just can't come up with it.
3rd and 8. The drops are hurting the Red Raiders today. Pressure coming. Mahomes up the middle. Mahomes still on his feet as he goes down at the 3. Will get the first down. 12-yard run by Mahomes. He's fired up.
Xavier Preston drives him out of bounds.
Mahomes is really good at buying time for himself to find this plethora of wide receivers he has. And here you see him throughout the afternoon here in Morgantown, just finding different ways to try to get some yardage and stay alive.
Handoff. Sadler. Sadler throw back in the end zone. It's incomplete. Looking for Tony Brown on the wide receiver pass.
Pretty well executed play. They did it on a fly sweep. I'm pretty sure he's a lefty. But that ball sailed on him.
So now 2nd and goal from the 3. Handoff, Washington, tackled in the backfield. Shaq Petaway, a loss of 2.
And this is a tall order, a great play by Petaway right on the edge. You see him there setting the edge, getting up underneath the puller and getting to the legs of the back.
Mahomes stepping up. Mahomes gets set. Noble Wachuku, a loss of 5. Once again, the defense for West Virginia.
Justin, we've been talking about it all day. It's not enough to just have one guy get his hands on the quarterback, and then you see Wachuku get his hand around the hips, but he has help, and the coverage in the backside was excellent. Look at all these receivers for Texas Tech running around, and West Virginia's like a cloud on top of that guy. The defense performing even put backed up.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter. A field goal from 27 yards is coming up when we come back. 24-17, West Virginia on top of Texas Tech. FS1 College Football presented by Kay Jewelers will return after these messages. Braden Fehoko had the interception as we welcome you back to FS1 College Football presented by Kay Jewelers. The interception has set up great field position, but now it's a 27-yard field goal attempt for Michael Barden. Excuse me, Clayton Hatfield, and Hatfield's kick is good to make it a 24-20 game. Clayton Hatfield will kick off. Gary Jennings, Javon Durant back. A short kick. It's Durant from the 13. Durant along the sideline, shoved out by the kicker Hatfield, a 30-yard return. And this evolution of West Virginia offensively and defensively. For more on this, let's go down to Bruce.
Yeah, Justin, Dana Holgorsen made an interesting implementation this offseason to their schedule. And what that means is he listened to what Chip Kelly does. Chip Kelly, when he was at Oregon, they studied some elite sprinters and found out, unlike the normal practice schedule that most football teams do, where they have a walkthrough and kind of wind down on Friday, what they do now is their walkthrough is on Thursday, and they have a kind of a normal practice because they feel like it amps them up. Oklahoma's doing the same, have gotten really good results, and we'll see how it pays off for West Virginia today.
Smallwood on first down, got hit hard. A loss of 2 by Micah Awe.
You know, Chip Kelly, really one of the great innovators in modern college football. I know Bruce is one of the few guys like myself that's gotten to see Oregon practice, you know, when Chip Kelly really had him going. And it just looks different from anything else anybody's doing. Also, the practices in the morning. That's something a lot of people have started doing.
2nd and 12. The rollout to the left, and the pass is complete. Karan White, another reception for White, a 10-yard pickup, now 3rd and 2. Nigel Bethel is second with the tackle.
White's been pretty impressive in this game with a few catches, and he looks strong throughout. And that's really more where Skyler Howard is comfortable, which is rolling out, throwing the ball on the run, being scrappy with a run-pass option, as opposed to just dropping straight back and throwing the ball from a traditional quarterback setting. That's a little bit more difficult for him because of his height.
And Karan White, 5 catches, 80 yards on the day. On 3rd and short, the handoff. Smallwood. 9-yard run, a first down. Awe with the tackle.
What I really like about Smallwood is just how suddenly he gets to the linebackers. I mean, he's there right away, just a couple steps, and he's already in your face and gaining positive yardage. 2 good backs and a good performance by West Virginia's backs today.
Smallwood again, up the middle, look at the hole. Smallwood tackled inside the 15 by John Johnson. 26 yards.
And Smallwood does not follow the fullback. He cuts this one back, and he sees it right away. He takes it to the backside A gap, which is right between the center and guard. And again, he's at that second level in a hurry.
Smallwood now at 115 yards. Both backs over 100 on the day for West Virginia. Again, Smallwood right up the gut to the 9. Johnson and Malik Jenkins combined for the tackle.
Pick up 4 yards.
That clock continues to wind down. West Virginia has lost 4 in a row against the gauntlet of the Big 12. Design quarterback run for Howard. And Skyler Howard up to the 6th. Micah Awe with his 12th tackle of the day. A 3-yard run for Howard.
And the reason they want Howard running this football is not only because he's pretty good at it, but it gives you an extra guy. You see Smallwood as the extra blocker, hitting Nelson, and that's what allows Howard to get to the second level a little bit, make this a 3rd and short.
On 3rd and 3, it's Russell Shell. Shell down to the 2, will have the first down, so 1st and goal from the 2. What a tandem today in the backfield between Shell and Smallwood for West Virginia.
And meeting with Dana Holgerson yesterday, we all kind of got the feeling that that's what they wanted to do.
Skyler Howard barrels his way to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Same play as 2 plays before. Just the quarterback power with the bigger back, Shell, and not Smallwood, leading through it. Look at number 7 lay a block and clear the way for Skyler Howard, who does say he loves to play angry. I'd say he's the angriest quarterback in the Big 12.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Josh Lambert on for the extra point. 31-20. Remember, Texas Tech could not fully take advantage of the turnover. They got just 3. West Virginia, they get 7 and lead by 11. They're happy here in Morgantown. West Virginia looking for its first Big 12 win of the season, leading by 11 over Texas Tech.
Well, Dana Holgerson knows Cliff Kingsbury about as well as any coach can know another coach. He used to coach him at Texas Tech.
Grant will return it from 5 yards deep in the end zone. And Grant gets hit hard, shy of the 20 at the 19. Time for the Lincoln Motor Company game summary. 31-20, West Virginia leading Texas Tech. And you look at these stats for Texas Tech and you'll say, okay, so that's the first quarter. Wait, no, we're in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they've really done a job against him. And like I said, I think Dana Holgorsen knows that there are physical things that his football team can do, violence-wise, that Texas Tech has a hard time defending. All 4 of West Virginia's touchdowns have been rushing touchdowns and attitude-style rushing touchdowns. And it's really overwhelmed these Red Raiders.
Mahomes on first down, swings it out, able to complete the pass to Devin Lauderdale. And Lauderdale gets out, also picks up a first down.
Now, this is still a very close game, especially considering what Texas Tech can do or what they've shown to be able to do throughout the season offensively. West Virginia's got to remain aggressive. They still have to rally to the ball. They have to be just as physical as they were at the onset.
Grant in motion. The pitch is to Washington, has the first down. What a play call.
Yeah. We used to call that play 90-0 flip, and that means you're basically depending on one guy to miss his assignment, and that was number 36, Shaq Petaway. You've got to get him staring into the backfield. They did. It was a good call, but basically running away from West Virginia's physical mentality in the A-gap.
Mahomes a pump fake, rolls out to the right. And he gets just shoved out of bounds by Noble Wachuku.
And I understand why Cliff Kingsbury had to go for that fourth down even after the timeout call. It's imperative that the Red Raiders stay on the field because every time West Virginia gets the ball, their ability to run it just milks this clock. And here in the fourth quarter, the Red Raiders can't afford to lose any more time.
2nd and 10. Mahomes dumps it off. Washington. DeAndre Washington. This might be the biggest change in him. How he's improved as a receiver out of the backfield, and he picks up 17 right there.
Well, and that's something you don't necessarily have to do in the air raid offense, which is get the backs involved in the passing game. It's a nice wrinkle here.
They try to run it this time. Nowhere to go. K.J. Dillon, Kyle Rose. That's what's so impressive about K.J. Dillon and this West Virginia secondary. How many times they come up to make plays against the run?
Yeah, and it started with Christian Brown, the defensive end, making a big penetration play in the backfield, and then those guys are there to back him up. It's all about swarming to the football, which they've done excellently today.
Mahomes will throw over the middle, and it's dropped. Another drop ball by Cameron Batson. I believe that's 6 drop passes by the Texas Tech receivers today.
And there you see Batson just sitting down and showing his numbers right in the middle of that zone. Perfect position, and Mahomes finds him. They just can't execute the plan. Another 3rd and long for the Red Raiders.
Again, it's 2-down territory here for Texas Tech. Justin Stockton in the backfield. Mahomes diving forward. It looks like he's going to come up about a yard shy of that first down marker. Darian Howard able to bring him down.
Wow, these guys are going to have nightmares, even though they've done a great job against Patrick Mahomes. Just nightmares about chasing him around. He is crafty.
4th and 1. Stockton is the tailback. This could be the game right here. Mahomes quarterback draw. And Mahomes has the first down. The second effort, now he lost the ball, but they're going to say he was down.
The quarterback was down by rule. First down.
And this is a tough situation for Jared Barber, the Mike backer. It looks like he hits Mahomes with his left shoulder and immediately is hurt. You see him cringe and react. Wow.
Mahomes, the handoff. Washington wrapped up in the backfield. Going to be a loss of 2. Kwiatkowski and Askew Henry.
Pretty interesting that was not stopped and looked at. That was clearly a fumble and would have been West Virginia's ball, and another red zone turnover for the Red Raiders.
7 minutes to go. Mahomes throws back to the middle. Washington bouncing off some guys, and he's down at the 1. A 16-yard pickup. Petaway, Kwiatkowski, and Dillon. Watch him here. He's still on a body. He's not down.
And he just about rolled into the end zone. It looked like he rolled that ball over the white line. Look him roll over the back of Petaway, number 36.
Right there.
And that is a touchdown. But looking at this one is a bit of a moot point if they had looked at the 1-2 plays before,
right,
which was clearly a fumble.
After further review, the ball carrier broke the plane of the goal line with the ball. It is a touchdown.
The call is reversed. A touchdown for DeAndre Washington, his second receiving touchdown of the year. And now, if you're Texas Tech, you go for 2. This way, it's a 3-point game, and a field goal will tie it. 13 plays, 81 yards, 1:16, and not challenging the fumble. Could come back to haunt West Virginia. But right now, a big-time play. A 2-point conversion.
And you have these called right away. This is part of your playbook and your preparation.
Mahomes to his right, directing traffic, cuts it back. Mahomes gets tripped up shy.
The ball was fumbled, and by rule, on a try, only the player who fumbles the ball may recover in advance to the fumble spot. The try is unsuccessful.
Al-Rashid Benton with the tackle to trip him up, force the fumble. And there is the call. But DeAndre Washington rolling on some defenders, able to get that ball to get over the goal line here in West Virginia. 13 plays, 81 yards. And now it's 31-26 after a failed 2-point conversion. Clayton Hatfield will kick off. Gary Jennings, Javon Durant back deep. And again, Hatfield kicks it out of bounds, so West Virginia, for the second time today, will get the ball at the 35. On first down, it's Shell, and he gets up to the 40, picks up 5. Devontae Hinton, Jashawn Johnson combine for the tackle.
You know, Justin, when you have a physical game plan and you want to run the ball against your opponent, probably going to be a pretty close game. So it really does come down to the last 7 minutes of the game and your ability to run the clock, ball security, and on some third down situations, make some good throws. Let's see if West Virginia can execute it, because they've gone this far doing pretty well.
Shell splits out, 2nd and 5. They swing it out to him. And Shell loses the football. And now a flag comes in because Brandon Jackson with some extracurriculars, and that is just going to be a costly mistake.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 9, and that is his first 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, the play call, I understand. You have them all bunched up, so you try to get Shell out on the outside. You know, he's fighting for extra yardage, and it looks like the ball came out a little bit, but he had it.
He can smile now. Yeah, recovered, and then he was able to draw the penalty. That's the 7th penalty against Texas Tech. 75 yards on the day, but okay, it's bad enough that you get the penalty. Well, now you get the first down, and you move it 15 yards further down the field.
Very costly.
Man. Quarterback run. And Howard's job right now is just hang on to that football. Malik Jenkins. Another tackle for him. He's up to 4. Clock is under 3. 2nd and 7, a career day for Wendell Smallwood. It's his 5th 100-yard game in his last 6 games.
Watch this fullback still working.
The pass incomplete again, and these fans, they're upset, and I understand why.
Yeah, they're stopping the clock when you don't have to stop the clock. Every time West Virginia runs the ball, it's a 5-yard carry at least. These guys are falling forward for 2 or 3 yards, even if they get stopped at the line of scrimmage. And this does go back to Dana Holgerson's true mentality. You know, he is a guy who wants to throw the ball and get his quarterback confidence. Now it's a 3rd and long, though. I just don't understand that call.
Smallwood in on 3rd and 7. Smallwood gets outside. Smallwood has the 1st down. Unbelievable. 13 yards for Wendell Smallwood.
I guess if they're not going to stop the run at all, you can work whatever you want on 2nd down. Smallwood does a great job of recognizing that everybody's pinned to the inside, and he's got some quick feet to find that edge. I'm sure they would have loved for him to stay in bounds, but a lot of momentum carrying him out of bounds. And after getting the 1st down, West Virginia is back in good shape.
They can take this one to under 2. Quarterback Howard. And now the timeout is going to be taken here by Texas Tech.
Texas Tech calls their 2nd timeout.
1:56 to go. One more timeout remaining for the Red Raiders as they trail by 5. Smallwood on the carry. Still going, and there's the whistle. The whistle was blown before he got in. They called him, said the forward momentum had stopped.
As the ball carrier's forward progress will stop. And Texas Tech calls their final timeout.
Texas Tech also called the timeout to stop the clock.
You hear the whistle right there.
Clear.
And the whistle was before he got in, so there's no way to tell it.
Essentially ices the game.
Down,
301 yards on the ground. From the 1, it's kept by Howard. No sign yet. Flag is thrown. Skyler Howard has come out with his helmet off.
But with the ball, which is more important.
And let's see what this flag is, too.
Quarterback sneak try, very difficult to tell whether or not he's in.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, if you go to review that, nobody can see anything.
See, that's his helmet, and it was ripped off by number 18. That may have been the flag there.
And if that's the case, that'll also ice the game because no timeouts remaining for Texas Tech.
The ruling on the field is the quarterback's forward progress was stopped short of the goal. After the play, personal foul, grasping at the helmet opening, defense, number 18. Half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
And that's Micah Alway who pulled the helmet off after the whistle. Now there you see Howard kind of trying to inch his way. You're going to see his helmet pop up there. There's his helmet, and here's Alway pulling his helmet off.
Well, now, if you're West Virginia, just take a knee, right? They can't stop the clock. No reason to get more points.
Ready for play.
And they are in that victory formation, Justin. Great call. You see Wendell Smallwood back there on the 12-yard line as a safety man.
We said at the top of the show that when these two teams play, it's typically a close game. Last year, it was a last-second field goal by West Virginia, and Josh Lambert a 55-yarder. Look at what has happened today. Look at Texas Tech's season numbers, and then what West Virginia has done to them. Staggering the job that Tony Gibson's defense did against the offense of Cliff Kingsbury. The first Big 12 victory of the season for West Virginia. They did it on the backs of their running backs. Wendell Smallwood, a career day. 163 yards for Smallwood, 111 yards for Russell Shell. In an era where we talk about offense in the Big 12, it was the defense of West Virginia that helped win this game.
And that was kind of the narrative going into the season, that this was going to be a different West Virginia team. It really came to fruition on the field today in Morgantown. That being said, you haven't seen the last of Texas Tech and this innovative offense of Cliff Kingsbury and their very good quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. I really enjoyed watching him run around today.
Petros Papadakis, Bruce Feldman on the field, Justin Kutcher up here in the booth. Thanks to everybody on the crew. The final score from Morgantown: West Virginia 31, Texas Tech 26. Coming up after the short break, we'll get you to Los Angeles for more college football coverage. But the Mountaineers snap a 4-game losing streak by winning this one by 5. So long from Morgantown.